Hello again, LJ Young. How are you guys this morning? All right. Welcome to another edition of Debt Ain't My Daddy. I'm your host, LJ Young. I am a 100% debt-free motivational speaker and personal finance educator. I help people become financially free by helping them financially see outside what I call the debt matrix. The debt matrix is a place where everybody believes in credit and debt and believes you're nobody or nothing and can't buy anything without credit. They speak a whole different language. Money spoken on two separate frequencies. They speak a whole different language inside the debt matrix. When you get outside the debt matrix, you will become money bilingual. Meaning, if you come from the debt matrix, like most people, I came from the debt matrix. I live there. So I'm not really talking about anybody that lives there. You get out of debt matrix, you speak both languages. You get here, you will kill it in the finance game. And they won't even know how you're doing it because they only speak debt. You only speak debt if you live here. How do you know if you live there? I'll tell you. If you believed you financed a car and got it on sale, you live in a debt matrix because nobody gets a finance car on sale. If you're financing a cell phone, you live in a debt matrix because people outside the debt matrix know better to ever finance a cell phone. If you thought a car goes down in value, as soon as you drive it off the lot, this is debt talk. Drive it off the lot because a car goes down in value well before you even have the keys in your hand. But if you live there, you think it goes down in value, you have to drive off the lot. If you think a car goes down in value fast, imagine a cell phone. Okay, it's not even worth the amount that you're being charged for it. All right, that's a different story. All right, this series of videos, Life After Debt, this is for the people that have become debt free by following my videos. All right, they don't really say nothing. They don't really say nothing to me. They just come on and follow me. I've been getting a lot of people that have been writing me out the blue saying, "Hey, Linnell," and I gotta let me start by saying this. Let me tell you what makes me feel good when they decide to write me. I kid you not, the first sentence when they email me, they say, "I'm glad I found your videos." Man, that makes me feel so good. You know why? First of all, most people, they're just busy. They took the time to stop and write me that. You know what I'm saying? You know, you just don't write that to anybody. I watch videos all the time on YouTube. I don't really stop to say, "Hey, I'm glad I found your video." I just watch it, right? That means I'm doing something right for somebody to stop and tell me that. I appreciate that. I want you to understand. There's millions of videos on YouTube, and to stop and write that to me, email me that. Not just a comment. They take the time, open up the email, hit compose, copy and paste my email, DebtAintMyDaddy@gmail.com, and then write that to me. Thank you. I really appreciate it. All right, I want you guys to know that. Anyway, this video is for those of you that have finally become debt free, and now you stepped outside the debt matrix. You stepped outside of the 85% of the U.S. population that's in debt, the 15% of us that are not. I welcome you. Now you're on this side. Now you're like, now what? This debt series is going to show you how to adjust to the new financial world monetarily and emotionally, because there's two parts. There's emotional parts attached to it too. Like, for example, when you step out and you see how it really works, you're going to go through about a year of being upset at yourself that you didn't see it before. Okay, this is just a part of the emotion. This is not the emotional part I'm going to talk about during this video, but I'm just giving you an example. You're going to step out of the debt matrix and you're going to see how it all really works, and you're going to see how simple it is. You already know, right? You're going to go through a phase up and down because you're going to be mad that you didn't know this before. Okay. It takes about, I'm going to say it, for me, it took about a year. All right. But always remember, okay, which is going to get you out of that slump, that your finances are now in the black. You're financially ahead of millions upon millions upon millions of people that have no idea they're living every day in the red. They don't even know it. They don't even know it. And it doesn't matter if they know it. You don't have to have feelings, be upset about it. Because I was upset about it. I was because I wanted to help everybody. But if they don't know, this is all a choice. All you got to do is apply fifth grade math. Here's the simple formula. For those of you that may be watching and you live in a debt matrix, and maybe you don't know you live in a debt matrix because you're fooled by your salary or how much money you're making, how much you're pulling in for your business. This is the easiest way to tell if you live there. Add up all your savings, add up all your debt, and then go savings minus debt. Yes, everything. Student loans, mortgage, whatever you have. Savings minus debt equals how much money you have in real life. If that number's in the negative, you live in a debt matrix. If you're making payments on your car, you're making payments on your house, but you believe in your brain that you own that stuff, you live in a debt matrix. Okay? Because that mathematical formula I just told you will clearly show you that you live there. Now, if you do that and you see yourself in the negative and you still don't believe you're broke or you don't have any money, math is black and white. Math doesn't care how you feel about it. Math doesn't care if you're emotional about it. Math is math. It is black and white. Okay? And if you don't believe it, you got to go. I want you to stand up, go look in the mirror. Excuse me. Go look in the mirror, and I want you to say this to yourself. How come I don't believe my own math? If you solve that problem, you'll be financially free. Financially free, rich, wealthy, those words are not interchangeable. Financially free means your finances are in the black. You could be rich, have a lot of money, and still live in a debt matrix. You can make a ton of money and still live in a debt matrix. Wealthy means you own the time in your life. Nobody can tell you what to do with the time in your life. That's wealthy. Okay. Now let's get on to the video. Let me bring my notes up. 1 second here. All right. Like I said, this series of videos is only for those of you that are now financially free. All right. And I welcome you to this side of the finance game. All right. Now, during this video, it's going to be a two-part. Okay, it's 2 parts: the monetary side and the emotional side. Trust me, it goes both ways, because if you, like I said before, if you've been in debt, like most of us, all your life, let me get off this table. If you've been in debt all your life and then you step out, you're going to go through some emotions, because you're going to be upset that you could see how clearly it is to become a millionaire with a regular job. Okay, with a regular job. You're going to see it's going to be clear as day, because it's only grade school math. You now understand it's only grade school math. You clearly see that. And so you're going to go through some emotional things. All right, so let's go with the monetary side first. All right, I'm going to tell you some things that you probably didn't know what to do. This is how you're going to do it on this side. Okay, now you're going to pay. Most bank accounts have free electronic bill pay. You're on the other side. You don't even pay for stamps anymore. That's way back in the day. We don't do that over here. You do electronic bill pay. All right, and this is how you do it. You get a bill, a utility bill, whatever bills you got coming in still, because you still got regular living expenses. And I have, like, for example, I have 1 credit card. All right, you might have several. Maybe you decided to keep several, but you know how to manage them now. Okay, all right. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to utilize electronic bill pay. You're going to put all your bills inside the electronic bill pay and schedule them. Okay. Now, once you put them in there, say like, you know how, for example, say like your electric bill, it varies. It goes up and down. It changes, right? Once it's in there, You get your bill, and all you got to do is enter the amount. And this is the key thing I want you to understand and never forget, okay? Because businesses do this. I'm not hating on the businesses, but you must realize it's business. Never mix your feelings with your business to why they do that, right? So you get your bill, it comes in, you see the due date. Say like the due date is let's say it's the 25th of each month. When you get your bill, you enter it inside of the electronic bill pay inside your bank account, right? And if it's due on the 25th, you set it to be paid on the 23rd. And this is why. Sometimes, because I made the mistake of doing this, I saw the due date and I would put it in my electronic bill pay as the due date. And then once it get there, some businesses say, hey, it takes us a day to process the payment. And then they end up charging you a late fee for that purpose. If it's due on the 25th, you set it to be paid on the 23rd. That way they have 2 days to process that bill. Now, if they take more than 2 days to process that bill and they try to charge you a late fee, that's their problem. They better update their process. But I've never had that happen, okay? Always 2 days before, it gets there before. They got 1 day to do whatever it is they're doing. Whatever. I don't know if it's true or not, but whatever. Take 2 whole days, it'll be done. All right. Same thing, especially with credit cards. If you got a credit card, if it's due on the 25th, you make sure that bill in electronic bill pay is paid on the 23rd. Do you understand? Don't look at the due date and put it in as the due date in electronic bill pay. Don't do that. 2 days before. Okay. All right. What else? I'm looking at my notes here. Oh, now on your bank account. Okay. Some banks always add these extras, which is fees. Okay. What is that? Overdraft fee accounts and stuff like that. Now that you're debt free, you understand that overdraft protection is really not protection. That's only for people that don't manage their money. That's why they need overdraft protection. It's not really protection. See how they add that word in there? Overdraft protection, like PMI, private mortgage insurance. You automatically assume it's the insurance for you. That's a different story. But anyway, you call your bank. You say, hey, bank, besides just my checking and savings, is there any extras on there? I want you to tell me, are there any extras, overdraft protection, whatever stuff they be trying to sneak in? If they repeat it, they have to tell you. You say, take it all off. Now, once you tell them that, this is what they're going to do. Hey, you might need it for emergencies. You better just let them do their spiel and let them finish and say, I understand. Take it all off, period. And you mark, it's business. You mark the date and time you did it and who you spoke to. This is very important. And you put it somewhere, because you notice how they always forget. Hey, can you email me a confirmation? Now we're going on 2020. They still can't email you confirmation. That's bull crap. I know it is. They just don't want no extra records. They can keep records when you owe money. They got that down. They sure can email you if you're late. They can do all that. But when you ask, when you're on the phone with the representative, hey, can you email me a confirmation? Oh, sorry, we can't do that. That's business, baby. That's just business. You must keep your own records so they don't accidentally forget. All right. All right. So with the electronic bill pay, only set, like, for example, if there's something that comes in that is an exact set amount, like say you had a phone bill that was exactly $50 a month. It never changed. You set that inside your electronic bill pay for automatic. Okay. So this is another thing, because you don't realize, you should realize, maybe you do, maybe you don't, but now that you're out of debt, you don't have to keep track of all these due dates anymore. Okay. They're gone. Right. This is what frees you. Right. So you set that to be automatic $50, but anything that changes, you never set anything that changes to automatic ever. Don't ever do that. You always want to look to see why it changes. So whenever this bill comes in and it changes, you open it up and you look and see why it changed, because remember, it's their business. They can change anything they want. And then they start listing things under, if you look at your bills, some of these bills have these fees listed under miscellaneous. What does that mean? And if you call, I don't care if it's $5, you call them and ask them, what does that mean? Why is that $5 listed under the miscellaneous? If they can't answer it, you cancel that service. Nobody gets free money. I don't care if it's $5, $1, you call. I know that it's gonna keep you on hold for a long time. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You call. All right. Okay. So now I'm gonna take you over to the emotional side of it, okay? Of this part of the. Have you noticed now you are no longer scared of your mailbox? Freddy Krueger doesn't live in your mailbox. You notice when you're in debt, you're scared to go to the mailbox because you're scared of a bill that's going to be sitting there. You probably haven't realized this yet, but now it's nothing there anymore. You can go to your mailbox freely. Nothing's in there. No bills are coming except the things except the bills that's going to keep you alive. Water, electricity, whatever. Those things, the garbage, all right? But those, if you don't have any other bills and those are your only bills, that ain't nothing. You can even show, man, let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you one thing about me. Once you're debt free, you even know how to trim those. Say, for example, this is what I did. Like for my garbage, I was paying a set amount. I had a big garbage can and a recycle, which is required. And it was huge. I was never filling it up, ever. But I didn't even pay attention to it when I was in debt. I was like, whatever. And that's not going to really change my financial situation. You better believe I did. I cut that in half because I started paying attention to recycling more and putting the garbage in there where it's supposed to go. I cut those bills right in half. That's it. Then even that got cut down. They brought out a small garbage can. And that's exactly what I needed. You can see this stuff now that you're debt free. You'll start trimming everything. That's just one example. Okay. Now, buy a shredder, because after being years in debt, a sign of being in debt is stacks upon stacks of unopened mail. You don't just throw that in the garbage can, okay? That's how fraud happens, all right? You just don't do that. You buy a shredder, set that bad boy right by the door. So when you get stuff in the mail that you don't want, especially junk mail, I'm gonna tell you before I'm done with that. The junk mail, you walk in the house, drop it right in the shredder. It doesn't go anywhere and stack anywhere. You go, if you have stacks of mail, this is part of the emotional part. You sit down, take about 30 minutes a day, because you probably have stacks upon stacks of it. It's okay. That's a sign of your past. That's a sign of the debt matrix. You don't even want to look at those stacks of mail. Take your time, put on your favorite music, grab a glass of wine, do whatever you want. Go to Costco, get you a quality shredder. Okay, don't get one of those cheap ones. Get a quality shredder. Have a shred day. All right. Anything with your name on it, it goes in the shredder, never the trash. All right. In the shredder. It's therapy. How you're shredding your past of what you used to be, because now that you're debt free, there's no going back. You won't even accidentally go back. I promise you, because you felt the pain. Excuse me. You have felt the pain of paying off debt. That's all part of the process. If you come to me, you guys are watching me, I want you to understand, getting out of debt is not quick. You didn't get in debt quick. Why would you ever think you're going to get out of debt quick? It doesn't happen like that. It's easy to get in debt. It's hard to get out of debt. It takes time. So if you reach out to me, I want you to understand this, okay? I do not have a quick way for you to get out of debt. I want to make that crystal clear, because I believe when some people have called me and contacted me and believe I'm going to show them a quick way out of debt. No, no, okay? It doesn't work that way. You need a plan. I create a plan. I don't care what situation you're in. I will create a plan for you on how to get out of debt, and it will take time. It will go against everything you've been hearing in the debt matrix. You've only heard how to get out of debt. I don't know, but you've only heard information coming from the debt matrix. I guarantee you, 85% of the U.S. lives there. 15% of us do not. Okay? And everything I tell you, everything I show you will be justified with math. Now back to the people that are clearly out of debt. Okay? I'm talking to you. I'm not talking to people in debt. because people in debt will not understand what I'm saying. Only those of you that have went through the hell of getting out of debt. All right, here it is. Okay. Now, okay, this is after the shredder. Now, once you're out of debt, now you will be getting tons of offers, junk mail in your mailbox. Okay, you'll be getting hey, to try to suck you back into the debt matrix. All right, let me tell you how to stop that. Okay, this is only for people that are out of the debt matrix. Now, once they send you stuff and it doesn't come back, they know it's reaching you because the mail's not coming back. Right? They always send you stuff with prepaid envelopes. This is how you stop that. You let it keep coming, you let it keep coming, you let it keep coming. And then once you got a good stack, you stuff it back in their prepaid envelope. All their stuff they keep sending you because they won't stop. Okay, it's business, nothing personal. Don't be mad at them. It's business. When you start your own business, you learn from them. You learn to see how they're doing it. But to stop it from coming from you, you take all that mail and you stuff it in their prepaid envelope and then you send it back. They're paying for it to send to you. They're going to pay for it to get sent back. And then they're going to stop because they know better. Business knows. I'm not wasting no money. They're not wasting money. That's how they get rich. That's how the business become wealthy because they know about money. You send that back, they're going to know exactly. They're going to pay for that heavy envelope to get sent back, and they're going to open it up and see who's in it. This person knows. They're going to know you know. This message says to them, stop sending me this stuff. And then it's going to magically stop. So when you go to your mailbox, the only thing that's going to be in there is probably a few more, things for you to, hey, get your windows cleaned or something, something like that. But other than that, it won't be that stuff that you don't want to see anymore. Offers for credit cards, finance stuff, loans, all that stuff will stop. That's how you stop it. Okay. No more junk mail. Only thing will be in there is stuff that you ordered and maybe a few other things. But the few other things that you don't want, you walk in the house, that shredder's right by the door, gone. Okay. Now, I really want to welcome you, and you should be proud of yourself that you have completed something that I want you to, how can I say this? Okay. You will be, like I said, you will be going through some ups and downs for about a year. I personally did about a year because now be happy that be happy that you're no longer in the debt matrix going in this hamster wheel. All right. You notice how people in the debt matrix always keep talking about, hey man, it feels like I'm running on a hamster wheel. They say it out loud. They don't even realize what they're saying. I said it. They're saying it to themselves, but they don't know why they're running in this wheel because they're listening to other people in the debt matrix. They don't know that it's simple mathematics. It's just savings minus debt equals how much money you have in real life. And notice, I want you to, those of you that are debt free now, I'm gonna say something that sounds so simple, but yet they can't hear it, right? Savings minus debt equals how much money you have in real life. It's that simple. That's it. You apply it to your finances, you'd be like, oh man, I am free. People call themselves homeowners knowing they have a mortgage when math will clearly show to them that they're not. See how simple that is? If you keep spending, listen, if you keep spending more than your monthly payment on your credit card, you'll never get financially ahead because that's mathematically impossible. See how simple that is? But yet people keep doing it. People in the debt matrix do it every day. And the only thing they worry about is their credit score. It makes absolutely no sense. They don't know that. When you get frustrated and you just sit back and think about yourself, my finances are in the black. Theirs are not. But yet all they care about is this credit score, which is credit is simply just a business. It's just a business. It's a tool. You got two sides, the consumer side of credit and the business side of credit. You're on the business side of credit. Now imagine if you create a business having the knowledge that you have now, you use everything that you see on TV now. All you got to do is watch TV commercials. You want to be, all you got to, this is how you learn from the master marketers. Watch TV commercials. Put them on mute. Put TV commercials on mute, and they will clearly show you how they're doing it. Okay? Nobody gets a finance car on sale. Nobody. They are financing things that depreciate in value as it goes up. And let me give you something that you probably got caught up in yourself. Okay, listen. A person walks on a car lot. They finance a car, which is a depreciating object. That thing goes down in value. But yet they finance it, it goes up in value for the bank, okay, due to interest, okay? Now, there's one arrow going up and there's one arrow going down at the same time. This area right here creates a gap. Income gaps and gap insurance. Gap insurance is only offered to people that don't understand this. So they say, hey, person that doesn't understand, you are financing an object that you're paying more for than what it's worth before you even drive it off the lot. We're going to give you gap insurance, so just in case you get in an accident, you're covered, bloggity blah, boggly blah. It's just debt talk, blah, blah, blah. Debt frequency. And once you're out of debt, you're like, are you crazy? How dare you? I mean, you wouldn't even be in that situation for them to they wouldn't even dare offer that to you. Okay, they wouldn't even offer that. The bank would know. They would look at your credit report and know, we better not dare. And you would have the money. You wouldn't even step on a car lot. Let's just say it like that. You wouldn't even step foot on a car lot. Anyway, they create gap insurance. Gap insurance is born. Now, these people in the debt matrix have financed a depreciating object. And when they finance it, the people load it in. Hey, you want this? You want undercoating? You want this and that? They say yes, 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 yes. Okay, it's business. Okay, the bank gets involved. They finance a thing, getting gap insurance, all this coverage, bumper to bumper, and that thing is so deep in the red. And yet the person drives off believing that they got it at the sale price. Do you understand? You're not in that world anymore. They don't get it. Be happy when you get frustrated that you now understand that you could have been a millionaire years ago. When you get frustrated, be happy that you are no longer part of that nonsense. Now, when I say nonsense, I'm saying you're part of the consumer part of that nonsense. Once you get on this side and you create your own business, you will love people in that nonsense. You will accept them there, and you cannot, and don't involve your emotions in it. Don't ever do that. Don't ever do, because this is by choice. All they have to do is use simple math and they can come on this side. It's all choice. Just because they don't know is their fault. It's their problem. They've been taught that way. It's a program. We need people to stay in the debt matrix in order to become rich, wealthy, financially free, whatever you want to call it. Do not involve your emotions. All right? All right. Oh, I hope this helps a lot of people. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, hit the reminder button on my videos so you can get an alert each time. If you want a plan to help you out of debt the proper way, and you will learn. I'm going to teach you along the way. You're probably not going to like it, but everything I'm showing you can be verified to be true, 100% to be true with math. It might not make sense to you what I'm saying, why you do it, but I'm going to say, this is why. You can use, I'll even let you use your own calculator. When I send it to you, use your own calculator. If your numbers on your calculator match my numbers on my calculator, understand that's the right direction. Once you're out on the other side, once you come outside the debt matrix onto the 15% of us that are financially free, you'll get it. It will all click like a chain, links to a chain. You'll know how to I'm gonna give you one more thing so you guys can, if you're new to this side, so things are gonna slowly start to click. Okay, you will see, you'll notice, for example, your credit report will now look a certain way. Okay, it'll look, all you gotta, if you want to see what your credit report is gonna look like, or what it should look like, all right, this is what it should look like. Go to my Facebook /DebtAintMyDaddy. I post my full credit report every single month so you guys can see what it's supposed to look like. You're going to look at it. First of all, you'll notice nobody posts their full credit report. Nobody. They're always talking about their credit score, which means those are just indicators. I'm not going to say it doesn't mean anything. It's just an indicator. Nothing more than that. If somebody pays, when I see somebody with a high credit score, a low credit score, you know the only thing I see? Somebody pays their bills on time, somebody doesn't. That's it. Usually, the funny thing is, usually people with the lowest credit scores, they're closer to zero than the people with the highest credit scores. All you care about, and if you're in a debt matrix, that's what I want to tell you. If you have a low credit score, this is what I want you to use and understand. Add up all your debt. I can do that for you. If you're too scared to do it, I can do that for you. If you're closer to zero, remember in math in grade school, whoever's closer to zero is the winner. So if you see somebody with a high credit score and they're $500,000 in debt, you got a 500, 600 credit score, and you got $20,000 in debt, you're closer to the finish line than they are. Okay? Never forget that. Never forget that. Whoever's closer to zero, once you're at the zero and above, you're in the black. Everybody else is in the red. Do you understand? Go look at my credit report. That's how it's supposed to look. Now, when you're ready to, you don't even have to know about, this is the wonderful thing about being financially free, and your credit report is now your weapon. This is now your ace in the bag. Let me tell you why. Because now when you don't have to know about taxes, you don't have to know about investments, you don't have to know. This is how you pick the right people that do know about it. Okay? You go see a tax person. This is how you pick a professional tax person, not somebody just down the block that, hey, this person can get you the most money. No. Okay? This is how you pick the right tax person. Let me see your personal credit report. Their credit report better look like your credit report. Their credit report better look like my credit report. Why? Because the person, for example, you go pick a tax person, that person shouldn't have any collections. They shouldn't have student loans older than their children. They shouldn't owe IRS debt. They shouldn't have IRS debt. You don't want a person like that doing your taxes because they're dictated by their debt. Why are a person that's doing your taxes that owe IRS money? You don't want a person like that doing your taxes. No, you don't. Because if they mess up, the IRS comes after you. They don't come after them. They come after you. That's your problem that you didn't know how to pick them. Investment, same person. You go see a financial advisor. And this is how you can tell, and this is going to be the last one so I can get off this. This is how you pick the correct financial advisor without even asking for their credit report. You want to know how to do this? This is for the people in the debt matrix. Okay, so you can kind of get an idea of how this works. All right. Only go by mathematics. Before you go see your financial advisor, okay, get online, check out all 3 of your credit reports. Okay. Add up all your debt, every single penny, student loans, 401k loans, credit cards, mortgage, everything. Write that down on a piece of paper. Go see your financial advisor. Show this piece of paper. Tell this financial advisor how much debt you're in. Okay. Now, if you go see the right financial advisor, this is what the right financial advisor is going to say to you. They're going to grab that piece of paper, look at it, and see how much debt you're in. They're going to say, I can't do anything for you. You have to get out of the debt first. You're under zero. You have absolutely no money to invest in anything that I'm offering you. You're in a negative. Okay? That kind of financial advisor is working for you. Now, if you go see a financial advisor and you show him this negative number and he starts, hey, you know what? When you get your next check, you pull your 401k loan and you invest in here and you do this. And this is what most of them say. It's just business. Now, if you have a financial advisor that does this, I want you to understand, don't take it personally. That person just doesn't know. He's there to make money, period, business, okay? How he feels about your money is irrelevant. It's 100% irrelevant. If he says, do this, do that, and invest in there, and you take the interest back, and then you pay off your student loan, then you pay off the, okay? And then let him run his whole spiel, he or she run his whole spiel, okay? After they're done, you say just like this to them. Excuse me, Mr. Financial Advisor, he or she, how am I going to invest in all this stuff when I'm in a negative? It's mathematically impossible for me to invest negative dollars into anything. Negative plus negative multiplied negative with interest on top of negative is still negative. That's impossible. You can't invest negative dollars. That doesn't exist. The money doesn't even exist. How can I do that? And then you wait for their answer. If they don't stop and say, yeah, you're right, and they continue to go, oh, but this and that, you get up right in the middle as they're talking and you leave. You leave. They're putting you further in the negative. Whatever they're saying, you must literally borrow the money to invest in whatever they're saying, which will place you deeper. It would add to that negative, that large negative number that you already discovered. And then you got to think to yourself, how come this person doesn't know that? Exactly. That's just the basics. What I teach you is just the basics. How come that financial advisor doesn't know the basics? Then you leave. If you're in a debt matrix, you don't believe me, test it out. You come back to this channel and I will share with you. I will tell you. I will show you. That's it. You guys have a wonderful day. What is this? A wonderful Thursday. Once you're debt free, you'll notice that you don't even recognize the days anymore, unless you got to go to work and you have an appointment. I don't even know what day it is really until I wake up. The weird thing, time doesn't matter. Days of the week doesn't matter. Friday, Sunday, Monday, it doesn't matter. All right. You guys have a wonderful day. All right. Have a good one. Bye-bye.